Hi everyone, I'm Evan Mitchell, Music Director of the Kingston Symphony Orchestra, and I could not be more thrilled to be here on stage at the Isabel Bader Centre for the Performing Arts, because this weekend, this Sunday afternoon, your Kingston Symphony Orchestra is going to be performing a true feat of strength and heroism and endurance, and it's going to be musical nirvana for us and for the audience, because this weekend is our highly anticipated Dvorak Festival, in which we perform his final two symphonies, his 8th Symphony and his 9th Symphony from the New World. It's going to be absolutely extraordinary as we delve into the mature works of one of the greatest symphonisters ever to live. What an afternoon of music this will be. Now, I know everyone loves the New World Symphony, and why not? Dvorak's 9th Symphony is certainly one of the most incredible pieces ever written. But I think for me personally, my favorite Dvorak symphony is in fact his 8th Symphony. It's actually the symphony that I have conducted the most, and I just love to immerse myself in these extraordinary melodies. You know, Dvorak was one of history's greatest melodists, in addition to being one of history's greatest symphonists. And melodies abound in this extraordinary piece, top to bottom, particularly in the third movement, in which we have a series of beautiful folk tunes and even a passage that is reminiscent of some children's songs. Now, if you're like me and you're a fan of the cellos, then this is absolutely the symphony for you, because in Dvorak's 8th Symphony, he chooses to use the cello section sort of like a Greek chorus. Every time we get to a significant landmark, as we journey through the symphony, the cellos have something really interesting to contribute, and so you can chart your progress by focusing on the cellos. And that's just the first half of the concert, because the second half, we're going to be performing Dvorak's 9th Symphony from the New World, one of the most famous symphonies in the repertoire, and boy does it ever deserve that title. It's the sort of piece of music that you can listen to once, a dozen times, 100 times, and it never loses any of its luster. It's really that good of a symphony. And of course, being that this is a Dvorak symphony, it is also filled with great melodies, just like the 8th Symphony. The one that sticks out the most to me is the incredible English horn solo in the second movement, and I know it's going to be played so beautifully by our English horn player, Julie Paul. I'm looking forward to that. But the 9th Symphony is also full of drama and storminess, and even a little bit of angst. And when that is finally resolved, near the very end of the symphony, it's this cathartic moment that really is not equaled in the entire repertoire. And even with the final stretch of fireworks, this is one of the few significant works that actually ends very, very softly. This is a stupendous symphony, and to hear both the 8th and the 9th Symphonies performed live right in front of you by your Kingston Symphony Orchestra, that's really as good as it gets, folks. This is an unbelievable way for us to close out our Masterwork series this year. I'm looking forward to it so very much, and I'll see you Sunday afternoon.